On television, BTS always appears as 7 energetic figures, spotlighted, surrounded by stadium screams and breaking records. But behind all that, there is another space that is much quieter. There are no fan screams. There are no cameras. Only meeting tables, financial reports, slowly moving graphs and numbers that quietly determine the future. It is in this space that the story truly begins. When HYBE, formerly known as Big Hit Entertainment, went public on the Korean Stock Exchange, the Asian entertainment world witnessed something unprecedented. Idols were no longer just talent or promotional assets. They became owners. BTS became the first K-pop group to be formally listed as significant shareholders in the company that nurtured them. This decision was not just a business move, but a shift in the power structure of the entertainment industry. Many people assume that all BTS members have the same number of shares, equal value, and uniform impact. The reality is far more complex. Over time, share values change, personal strategies differ, and ownership hierarchies naturally form. This hierarchy isn't about who is most important on stage, but rather who holds a specific position within the company's ownership structure. And when the original list is revealed, the results often contradict public expectations. This is where this narrative comes into play. We will take a slow journey from the bottom to the top, not to judge, but to understand, because even the lowest number on the BTS list remains at a level that feels impossible for many people to achieve in a lifetime.
Number 7. Jin, lowest on the list, highest in perception. Jin's name appears in 7th place with an estimated ownership of around 52,385 HYBE shares, worth approximately 16.4 billion won, or 11.3 million US dollars. To the general public, this figure may immediately be labeled the smallest. However, this is where the most common misconception occurs. Jin is not the member with the least influence. He is in this position because his life path has taken a different course. While other members were still fully active in various global activities, Jin entered his mandatory military service phase earlier. In the world of investment, timing is a crucial factor. Transaction momentum, asset adjustments, and ownership strategies are often directly related to a person's life phase. What is rarely discussed is Jin's own character. He is known as a very rational figure, not impulsive, and tends to maintain a balance between financial security and personal life. In an industry that often encourages aggressive expansion, Jin shows a mature, conservative approach. The shares he owns still place him as part of the elite circle of HYBE owners, but without excessive ambition to pursue the top position on the list. It's not about small numbers, but about a different definition of success. He proves that being the lowest among BTS still means being at the top of the Korean entertainment industry pyramid.
Number 6. RM. Leadership that quietly moves values. RM ranks 6th with approximately 58,000 shares, worth approximately 18.2 billion won, or around 12.6 million US dollars. This figure reflects a stable and authoritative position, just like his role in BTS. As a leader, RM does not only lead symbolically, he is a cultural interpreter, a bridge between BTS and the global world. In the context of stocks, this role has real implications. The reputation of entertainment companies is highly dependent on public image, and RM plays a big role in keeping HYBE viewed as an intellectual, progressive, and credible entity in the eyes of the international community. RM's stock value did not skyrocket due to speculation or viral sensations. It grew along with market confidence. Global investors see BTS not only as a music group, but as a representation of Korea's soft power, and RM is the face of that narrative. His stock ownership seems to be an extension of the leadership role he has played in front of the camera. In this sixth position, RM demonstrates that true leadership is not always reflected in who holds the largest stake, but in who consistently upholds its value.
Number 5. Suga, the silent architect behind the financial foundation. Suga ranks 5th with approximately 63,000 HYBE shares, worth plus or minus 19.8 billion won, or plus or minus 13.6 million US dollars. This position feels very Suga, inconspicuous but solid. Unlike other members, Suga's contributions to HYBE mostly happen behind the scenes. He is a producer, composer, and creator who understands the industry from the inside. Every song he produces, every project he touches, indirectly strengthens the company's value. In the entertainment world, intellectual power is often more enduring than fleeting popularity, and Suga understood this from the start. Suga's shares reflect ownership of the creative process, not just brand image. He is not only the face of BTS, but also part of the machine that keeps HYBE relevant amid global competition. His value may not be at the top, but the foundation he has built allows that top to stand strong. In this 5th position, Suga demonstrates that true strength in the entertainment industry often comes from those who work quietly yet leave the deepest impact. Number 4. J-Hope, stage energy turned into corporate value. In 4th place, J-Hope appears with ownership of approximately 68,000 HYBE shares, worth approximately 21.4 billion won, or 14.7 million US dollars. This figure often surprises many people, especially those who still view J-Hope as merely the mood maker or center of BTS's stage energy. But that is precisely where the misconception lies. J-Hope is one of the members with the strongest understanding of performance as an industrial product. He understands that the stage is not just an expression of art, but an experience that can be packaged, repeated, and transformed into long-term economic value. Concerts, world tours, digital content, and visual imagery, all of these fall within J-Hope's sphere of influence. In the context of HYBE, this kind of energy is no small matter. Modern entertainment companies thrive on engagement, how long audiences stay tuned, how often they return, and how strong the emotional bonds formed. J-Hope is a walking engagement machine. Every performance creates resonance that directly impacts public perception of the BTS brand and, indirectly, the HYBE brand. His stock ownership reflects this role. He is not just an entertainer, but a consistent value contributor. In this 4th position, J-Hope stands as proof that positive energy, when managed intelligently, can become a very real financial asset.
Number 3. Jimin, the global magnet that moves the market. Entering the top 3, Jimin ranks 3rd with approximately 72,000 HYBE shares, worth approximately 22.7 billion won, or around 15.6 million US dollars. At this point, we begin to talk about influence that is truly felt at the market level. Jimin is not just popular, he is a magnet. In the entertainment industry, there's a big difference between being famous and having consistent transnational appeal. Jimin falls into the 2nd category. Whenever his name appears, the global reaction is almost always instantaneous. International media, cross-cultural fan communities, and global brands respond with a speed that few other artists possess. From a business perspective, this kind of magnetism is invaluable. It creates emotional stability in an often volatile market. When the entertainment industry faces uncertainty, whether due to group hiatuses, mandatory military service, or changing trends,
figures like Jimin keep the spotlight alive. This means the company's value doesn't plummet, investor confidence remains intact, and the larger narrative of BTS continues to unfold. Jimin's stock reflects this position. He is a value anchor. Ranked third, Jimin stands as a symbol of pure appeal power, capable of driving the cultural economy without the need for aggressive strategies.
Number 2. V, or Taeyoung, artistic identity as a premium asset. In second place, V, or Taeyoung, holds approximately 78,000 shares of HYBE with an estimated value of plus minus 24.6 billion won or plus minus 16.9 million US dollars. This position confirms one important thing: artistic identity can be a high-class asset. V has a character that is very different from other members. He is unpredictable, does not always follow the crowd, and that is precisely what makes him valuable. In the entertainment world, which often demands uniformity, V offers differentiation. It is this differentiation that the premium market loves, be it fashion brands, art media, or global audiences looking for something outside the usual K-pop idol mold. HYBE, as a company, greatly benefits from the presence of figures like V. He expands the spectrum of the BTS brand, making it relevant not only in the mainstream pop realm, but also in the realms of art, fashion, and high culture. Every collaboration, photo shoot, or solo project V undertakes adds a layer of artistic credibility that directly impacts the corporate image. The shares he holds reflect this value. In this second position, V is not only a major shareholder, but also a guardian of the exclusive aura that makes HYBE stand out as more than just an ordinary entertainment company. Number 1. Jungkook, peak ownership, symbol of industry change. In first place, unsurprisingly, but with the most significant meaning, stands Jungkook. He is listed as the BTS member with the largest HYBE stock ownership, approximately 85,000 shares, with an estimated value of plus or minus 26.8 billion won, or plus or minus 18.4 million US dollars. This figure is not just a financial statistic, it is a symbol. Jungkook occupies this position not due to a single factor, but rather the accumulation of nearly all elements that can create value in the modern entertainment industry. He is the center of performance, the lead vocalist, a cross-cultural visual figure, and an icon of a generation whose appeal is not bound by age or region. When the global market looks at BTS, Jungkook is often the first point of entry, and in the business world, the point of entry is the most valuable asset. What makes Jungkook's ownership feel different is momentum. He grew alongside HYBE's expansion into the global market. As the company expanded its influence into the United States, Japan, and Europe, Jungkook was at the forefront of that narrative. Every solo activity, every international media spotlight, every market reaction to his name all reinforced the perception that HYBE was no longer just a Korean label, but a global player. However, what the public rarely realizes is how Jungkook positions himself within this structure. He is not an aggressive figure when it comes to talking about money or business, quite the opposite. He lets his consistency, discipline, and quality of output speak for themselves. In the long run, this approach creates stability in value that investors greatly appreciate. His stock is not built on hype, but on trust. In this top position, Jungkook is not only the largest shareholder among BTS members, but also a representation of the new generation of idols, entertainers who understand that ownership is the quietest yet most decisive form of control. He does not merely work for the company, he is part of the structure that determines where the company is headed. If we take a step back and look at this list as a whole, one thing becomes very clear.
The order of BTS's share ownership is not about who shines the brightest on stage or who goes viral the most often. It is a map of life journeys, personal strategies, and different roles that complement each other. From Jin, who chose stability, RM, who maintains intellectual credibility, Suga, who builds the creative foundation, J-Hope, who drives engagement, Jimin, who maintains global appeal, V, who brings premium artistic value, to Jungkook, who serves as the gravitational center of the entire system. BTS has not only transformed the face of K-pop in the eyes of the world, they have redefined the relationship between artists and companies, from contractual objects to owners, from talents to stakeholders, from cultural icons to real economic actors. And perhaps, years from now, as this industry continues to evolve, people will look back at this list and realize one simple yet revolutionary truth. Major changes often begin not on stage, but through ownership.